Hey, what's up, good people, and welcome back to the channel today for a very, very, very special interview. You know, a couple of months ago, I would have said I'm here of somebody I'm a huge fan of, but we have really grown our friendship over the last few months. And without a doubt, I could confidently say I'm here with my sister and we're going to
Yes.
lay it all down. Yes, you see the film above, The
Amen.
Legend of the White Dragon. We're going to be talking about that. We're going to be talking about the music. We're going to be talking about legacy today. I'm here with none other than the icon herself, Jenna Frank,
Oh.
aka J Ray. What's up, Queen? How you
Oh,
doing today?
what's
How you feeling?
up, dude? Oh my gosh, that
It's
was that
good
was
to
such an
see you.
amazing intro. That was such an amazing intro. It's so good to see you. I'm so excited to be here. I know me and you have been talking about this for months, but I've been so busy. So I'm so glad I got to have the time to like do this. And I
No,
actually hiked the whole mountain today. So it's been a good energy day.
that's what I'm talking about here.
Yes.
Yeah, it has, and I'm not going to give too much away, but I will say that we met in a sense of, I went through the proper channels and scheduled an interview, and we just ended up just really vibing, and it just became just an
Yeah.
amazing night, just filled with good energy. And I was like, I don't need an interview.
Amen.
It's nothing to interview right
I
now. This
know.
is an experience, and we really
Yeah,
grew our friendship. It was a
for
very
sure.
special day. The emotions were all over. The energy was all over. So I just want
For
to, now
sure.
that we can kind of like reflect back to July, San Diego Comic Con 2023.
That was in
Now
July.
that you
Oh my
look at
gosh.
that, yeah, right. I was
It's already like almost October.
Yeah, right, right. Looking back at
Crazy.
San Diego Comic Con, just what has been your emotions over all that time? Obviously, we got the big trailer for Legend of the White Dragon. You got the panel. You got the meet and greet, which was nuts. Just
I
talk to me
know.
about just the emotions now that you were like able to metabolize everything that happened during that
Yeah.
weekend.
I feel like being able to sit back and whenever I got home, I was telling my mom that I got like a badge, and it was like the
Yeah,
professional whatever, and my dad had gotten the same badge. So like I feel like looking at those two badges together, it really hit me. I feel like I have a hard time processing things just because of everything that I went through. So I'm just so used to just being fast, and my dad too. We're just so used to just being fast. We have ADHD, you know.
yeah,
So like I feel like it was hard for me to really understand what was going on in the moment. But now looking back, like we had that whole room like full, like every single seat, and that's just like it's just wild because my dad was so passionate about this film. Like he was just
yeah,
so passionate. Like he just wanted to leave Power Rangers behind and do this. So like
yeah.
it was a lot of emotions, and I never seen a scene with dad Michael Madsen, and they talk a lot about me saying Ashley Reed, and like when I saw it, I just it's hard for me sometimes to just keep strong, but like I feel like that's what my dad wanted me to do. So that's why I try not to break down in front of people. I try to handle my
Yeah.
emotions on my own time, but sometimes it's hard. But you know, yeah, it's crazy even still thinking about it, man. I'm just really blessed, and I thank God,
Yeah.
every day.
Yeah, no doubt, no doubt. Of course, we'll talk a little bit about your dad here, but I really want to focus on the legacy that you're creating right now. And without a doubt, I know your dad is extremely proud of you. I think San Diego was
Thank
really
you.
a coming to life moment for you, and you're so humble, you're so
For
chill. I hope
sure.
people don't think like you're working a
Thank you.
gimmick or like some facade, but
I
like
know.
truly,
I
folks,
know.
if
No.
if you see Jenna Frank available for a meet and greet, it is the best money spent. It's an experience. It's not like a what's
Oh,
your name? Let me sign this you out. No, it's a
yeah.
vibe. It's
No.
truly the
No.
best bang for your buck. I love it. And I love you too
No.
because you're just a
And
fantastic person.
thanks, man. Oh, I love you too, man. And it's so cool because even at like Comic Con, I actually pray for people, and I really get that soul to soul like moment with
Yeah.
people. And I give them advice, and just I check on their mental health. I feel like it's just more of like, family reunion type of thing. It's not like, oh, you're gonna stand in line and like, hey, what's up? And like also I explain to people anytime I go live, anytime I step out for an appearance or anything, I'm literally the same person I am off and on the camera. And I could see how people
Yeah.
kind of get lost in this whole fame thing because if you go out there a different person, you come home to a different person. That's why
Yeah.
I've like I'm literally just the same person everywhere I go. So that's what's so cool about it too. I feel like I don't have to put on that mask
Yeah.
to be like, hey, I feel like it's just genuine. I feel like it's just big, family get together
Yeah.
every other weekend.
Yeah, yeah, and it's I just want to echo that without a doubt. Just really seeing the fans interact with you, I felt like not only were you creating a special moment for them currently, I felt like they was able to connect with your
Yeah,
dad through you. And I also, what I
yeah,
really picked up on is once folks left you, just this energy boost because meet and greets, and everybody that's ever been to any meet and greets know that it is this moment of nervousness. You don't know how the interaction is going to
yeah,
go. You're waiting in line. You're hoping you're going to get your chance. All these sorts of different variables. But like the fact that you had an hour and you stayed longer, almost missed the panel because we had to
I
run
know.
across the hall to get to
I
it.
know.
But
I
you made sure
know.
you stayed for every fan. Like that's
I
like
know.
that's true dedication. And everybody that was there, you seen their day being made. And there's this one
Yeah.
particular dude I was looking at, and I saw the nervousness up and down his spine. And once he met you, he got his signing, he got to morph with you. So he got the video.
Yeah.
I mean, dude, whole day was made. I mean, he was on
Oh,
cloud nine. I think that's just a testament to
for
the type
real.
of person you are. So
Oh, thanks, man. Well,
no
I
doubt.
work on my energy a lot. I work on my energy a lot because I feel like you can't give if you don't like really, you can't pour into somebody's bucket if it's not pouring into, you know, like yourself
Yeah,
first. And that's what I'm just
yeah,
like learning to, it's about being authentic. And I sit back and think really deeply sometimes. I'm like, it's weird because you look at like all these like rich, like successful, whatever you want to call it, families and stuff, and have you like even like the Kardashians or whatever, right? Like for example, like have you ever really seen them like, with how much money they have, ever really start organizations, ever really do food toy drives, raise awareness for like mental health, suicide, cancer, like all these things, the military, like there's a lot of things I've been thinking really deeply, and I just want to make like a movement, because I feel
yeah,
like a lot of people just like they have blessings and they don't bless other people, you know.
yeah,
I'm not, I have
yeah.
ADHD, so I just be thinking, like really deep about things. For real.
Yeah, I think what I think is truly special, and we're going to talk about the music, but I mean like I think for certainty, your name is Jenna Frank, and you can ride off with that, get all the celebrity that comes with that. The Frank last name is iconic, and the fact that
Thanks.
you taken an alias with your music, and this is something I thought was truly special about you, is you are truly looking to create your own name, which is
Yeah,
not something a lot of folks do. They said, listen, my dad, my mom
yeah,
is blah, 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 blah. So I'm the next coming. And wow, just no denying
yeah,
that you are the daughter of your father. By all
yeah.
means, I think when folks really tap into the music, they're going to see who truly J. Ray is, and I love that about you because I think that like you
Thanks,
you
man.
you you don't take anything for granted, and I think you constantly working, and you talk about your ADHD, but along with that, and I just think it's just truly your spirit of just trying to figure yourself out and create your own path, which is
Yeah.
really dope. So we're gonna talk about the
Thanks,
music, and
bro. I
no
appreciate
doubt,
it.
no
Dang.
doubt,
Yeah,
we're
no,
gonna talk
but for
about the
real though,
music in
I
depth.
agree with that. Yeah, but I agree with it because I feel like even for like my music, I feel like that's really who I am. Like the way I was
Yeah,
raised is like seriously, if you see homeless, like you give. Doesn't matter.
yeah,
A lot of people are like, you never know what they're gonna do. It doesn't matter, dude. All you gotta do is like invest into your heavenly self because we're only here for literally, not forever, only a short
yeah,
amount of time. Like
yeah,
we have an expiration date on this earth, but we don't have an expiration date in heaven. So it's about investing into your heavenly self. And I always tell people it's a fight between spirit and your flesh. You know what I'm saying? And you have
yeah,
to constantly want to stay in the spirit, constantly want to stay in the energy side of things instead of your
yeah,
flesh. So
yeah.
yeah.
Let's go back to the Legend of the White Dragon. This was
Okay.
truly I think this was the most anticipated panel of the weekend at San Diego Comic Con, and the trailer dropped. I mean, they ran it back twice. it just sent
I know.
chills through not only just the audience but through the world, because the internet was talking. As soon as the
I
trailer
know.
dropped, which we got the exclusive first look there at San Diego, but
I know. That was
immediately
good.
after that, it went online and folks were just going
I
crazy.
know.
But the unfortunate news, but also fortunate news, is that the movie is now being released in 2024. So
Yeah.
to if possible here, what updates can you provide with the film, with the release date being pushed back? I did hear through the
Yeah.
grapevine and some news that there's been some reshooting, and I heard, and I basically hear that the movie's just getting bigger at this rate.
Oh, yeah,
um
for sure. So we actually have the producers and directors of Marvel now helping with our film. I forgot his name, but he's now working on our film. And we just want to make it like the best, since this is my dad's last project. We just want to
yeah,
make sure that it just goes like the best way that it can. And yeah, so we're just trying to make sure everything's like the best. It will be released in the first quarter of next year, no later than
yeah,
April. So I've been really nervous, honestly, to watch like the whole thing,
yeah,
because I just feel like it's a lot. That's what I was telling Aaron, like, the director. I was telling him, I might have to come over and watch it like 2 to 3 times, just
yeah,
for me to be like, okay, I could go in there now and like watch it, because I feel like
yeah,
it's gonna be like a lot. I feel like the
yeah,
way I cope with my trauma is just not thinking about it. Like I just
yeah,
gotta hit the road. I gotta like do something. Like I have to just even hiking. Like I don't know. So I feel like that's gonna be like a real like he's gone moment. And like I don't know. So it's bitter and sweet. I'm really excited because working with everybody on this film, it
yeah,
was an experience, and I feel like this is really like my first like and just with everything, I feel like after the movie, I don't know, I'm really gonna have some eyes just because the way that everything is. I don't know, I'm
yeah.
just really excited about everything, and you know, so yeah.
Yeah, I don't mean to scare you, but like, yes, the whole world will be watching. This is a
I
big
know.
deal. And
No.
God rest his soul, Jason David Frank. But I think one thing I would like to echo to the audience is, the banner of the film is Legends Never Die. And I think what I'm most excited for is truly to, like, not only how important this project was to him. This was his
Yeah.
vision. This was his baby, and with this being his baby, you really being his baby. I could just
I know.
imagine just the responsibility you also feel with this. But
Yeah,
I,
for
I I
sure.
I know for a fact the fans are going to show up, and this will be the film that we're going to be talking about for years to come. But the most important thing is that I think this is the start to a lot of things to come down the line. I mean, listen, as I mentioned, legends
Yeah,
never die. And which his
I
spirit being
know.
around, we felt it in the panel, when the trailer hit. You felt it in that room without a doubt. People's
Yeah,
testimonies was also a testament to the feeling. I think the film is just going to just create this
I
emotional
know.
shockwave through everybody. So, and I say that to say, because I know no one could ever be in your shoes, but I can promise you that the community will be around you and will have your back and will support you through. Which will be an amazing time once the film is released. The premiere, the premiere, it's going to be
I
nuts.
know.
And
I know.
just
I'm
that week of
excited.
release. Yeah, yeah. And I already know how you're gonna show up, because I seen how you pulled up at San Diego, so I know you about to do something special then.
Yeah,
Getting something, getting
yeah.
something handmade right now. I know
Yes,
you.
no, and it has to be green. It has to be green, and I have
Yeah,
to show up, because that was like one thing, even for like my like prom, my dad went all out, dude.
yeah,
Like Jimmy Choo, it was like a little purse, I guess. Like
yeah,
Jimmy Choo and like East Saint Laurent heels, and like I had like a dress. It was like $1,000 dress. Like he wanted me to look right, and like I feel like for this,
yeah,
like, oh, I'm about to like show up. Like I'm about to
yeah.
break the internet. Like I promise. Like just wait. Just give me a few months. I gotta get right. So I've been hitting the mountain. Me and my friend were talking today. He was like, man, the movie premiere is coming up. I was like, I know, dude. We gotta like keep hiking, and I've just been trying to eat better. Everything. I've been drinking
Yeah,
coconut water, which is really good for health, by the way, and
yeah, yeah,
it's
yeah.
just like better for you than like Gatorade and stuff. But yeah, so I'm
Yeah.
just really excited because I feel like after this movie is really gonna be like my time. And I just got verified on Instagram, like
I got that in
because
the notes.
yeah, no, for real. Because dude, like I was just so excited. Like I literally
Yeah.
because I could have paid for it whenever everybody was like paying for them, right? Whenever it first released. But I was like, you know what? Like me and my dad tried so hard for years for me to get a verification check. I wanted to
Yeah.
earn it. And the same day that I submitted the form and I was praying, like, some days, like I'm always praying, but some days I just need prayer more. And I was praying and then I looked at my phone and I was verified. And I was like,
That's
wow,
nuts.
God really does listen, man. Like, thank you. I started crying because it was such a milestone moment for me. Because I feel like
Yeah.
I just dropped my cap. But I feel like me and my dad tried, I know I have ADHD, but me and my dad tried like for like years literally for me to get it. And like I feel like
Yeah.
that I got it, like I don't know, and it was so quick. It was less than 12 hours I got verified.
Yeah.
So
Congratulations.
Instagram was already looking. I'm like, oh my God. And it was literally 1 a.m. here. So it was
Yeah.
3 a.m. for all my Texas people. So I couldn't like call anybody. Like I was just like literally tweaking by myself. And my homegirl was asleep. So I was like by myself, like I just got verified. Like, dude, like I wanted to like light some fireworks, like,
Yeah.
like little blue you check mark in the middle of the firework. I don't know. Like I was just really like I wanted to get a cake. Like I was no for real because it was such a big like milestone moment for me. And like I don't know, like I was just like, wow, thank you, God. Like as soon as I saw it, I was like, God, you're pretty cool,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah. I'm gonna come back to that in one quick second. Let me ask about Ashley
Yeah.
Reed real quick. The character that you play in Legend of the White Dragon. What can you say about
Yes.
this character's arc? We seen the trailers and it looks like there's definitely some ups and downs that happens with this, but um,
Yeah.
I can imagine that we're going to really be in store for something special with this character. What can you talk about the journey with Ashley Reed in this film?
Well, it's just something I can't talk about. It's kind of sad because in the film, like I'm like I think my dad is like dead. So like there's lines, and I was just looking like because I was just going through everything, and I didn't know my dad had all these pictures printed out of us, and it was inside of his script. So I have his script, like all the notes he wrote and everything. Hold on, I just went my mind went blank. Um, my mind went blank, dude. I was just gonna say something and then my mind went blank. It's because trauma. Like this happens to me all the
Yeah.
time. It's
Yeah.
just because
Take your
trauma.
time.
But
Take
no,
your
Ashley
time.
Reed. Sorry, it's just because. Yeah, but Ashley Reed. So I was finding the scripts, and it's like like mom, let him go, like he's dead, And it's I don't know. It's a little bit weird. So
Yeah.
I don't know. It's a little bit tricky, but I feel like especially now, I feel like I am Ashley Reed. Like I don't know. You know, it would be cool if I could have the powers or something, because I don't
Yeah.
know, it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, with again, as I mentioned, with this project being so special for your dad, I mean, he's gonna write a character that absolutely reflects somebody that he imagines you to be. That's the intriguing part to this is that
yeah,
and I just imagine that there's just going to be so much substance. So we're actually assuming that her dad is dead, Eric. I could imagine that that's not going to just sit well with her. I could imagine there will be some emotions. I will imagine that she probably is going to go looking for him,
yeah,
whatever it may be. I don't know anything, folks. So I'm just imagining, but I just know when you talk about like the genius of Jason David Frank here, you know that this character ain't just going to be sitting on the bench just letting the time go by.
yeah,
So I'm excited, and
exactly.
what's interesting is because the trailer does not give much, which is the biggest thing to me. Is it's like, oh, there's going to be something. So if I can
Yeah,
tap into this one more time, I'm going to, if you can, just give me some adjectives, some descriptives about the journey. Whether you're going to say it's wild, crazy, exciting, emotional. What are some words that jump
it
out when you
is.
think about what happens with Ashley here?
Um, it's exciting just to see. I feel like the whole roller coaster of like emotions and stuff, but I would just say like I'm a cold-hearted like teen that just kind of just like pushes off everything. And it's kind of weird because at the time I was kind of a cold-hearted teen, and that's where I feel like, I just like really matched Ashley. I'm like, okay, Dad, this is a little bit too. Like, you want me to say this? Like, that's a little bit too much like me, But like, I don't know. It's funny because even like one of the lines is like, "Hey, mom," but I call my mom like "ma," sometimes like "ma." So I was like,
Yeah,
"Stop,
yeah,
ma," like whatever, right? But like I threw in
yeah,
my own little like he's like, "I like that." So it was like
yeah,
the
yeah,
cool
yeah,
little like we also play with it too. Like it was like, okay, here are your lines, but like make it more natural type of thing. So
yeah.
really focusing on being natural and stuff. I feel like it was pretty easy though. So just for me to
Okay.
become Ashley because yeah, it
Yeah,
was
yeah.
cool.
And also, just to take a moment to talk about your castmates here. Talk about your experience in filming. Some of the folks that helped you along, some of the good memories and times, and you all still were putting in work as of recently. But like, can you talk a little bit about the cast
Yeah.
members and coming together to do this film?
Yeah, for sure. Everybody did really good. That's what I want to say first.
Yeah,
Rachel and Jason Font, and even working with Aaron, it's really cool because him and my dad did super like beat downs back in the day, and then now he's
yeah, yeah,
like
yeah,
the villain in the film. Like he's the villain in the film. It was just working with everybody, just being on set, just honestly, like, yes, I love like the whole crew, everybody who was on the film, but I love the crew who like was behind the like film. Like just
yeah,
everybody. It was just such a big like family, like there was just so much respect for like the makeup artist and like everybody was just like, like we're all gonna grab food. Like just it was so like wholesome every time.
yeah,
And like me and my dad would always mess around on set. Like it's funny because like, there's a little bit ADHD moment, but I just want to say like my dad was really like a jokester, even like on Power Rangers. Like he told me like it was the episode he was working with his brother Eric. He was in Zeo, and they had like four-wheelers, and like they were supposed to be
yeah,
on like set, right? But next thing you know, like there goes my dad and there goes Eric, like going 80 miles an hour on and like there's just so many stories that are just funny. So I feel like it's kind of was like repeated like on Legends of the White Dragon. But even though my dad got older, like he was still had such a child spirit. Like sometimes
yeah,
it was like, yes, you were like obviously you're my father, I love you, but like sometimes it was like he was my brother too, like we had that cool little bond, anything I
yeah,
needed, I'd call him and stuff. So I don't know, it's just
yeah.
funny because I feel like there was a lot of pranks on set, and there was a lot of just laughing, literally laughing
Yeah,
so much to your stomach hurts. So it was good.
yeah. Yeah, listen. First of all, shout out to director, writer, and star Aaron. Excuse me, Shuriken. I'm just going to just say this right now, Aaron, because I know you probably get a chance to watch this. When this DVD, when this physical media gets released, we need all the BTS, sir, because I know you got it. So we're going to need to see all the things
Yeah,
that
for
happen in this
sure.
filming process. We want to see all the different
Yes.
cuts. We know you are a little mad scientist yourself when it comes down to this filming thing. So we need it all. And also shout out
Hmm.
to excuse me, I'm getting everybody names wrong. Alex Kellerman, also the co-writer for this as well. This film is
Yes.
star-studded. Again, it's going to be releasing early 2024. David Ramsey's in this. King Batch is in this.
Batch.
Lola
Yes.
Block. Yeah.
Michael Madsen. So many
Mm-hmm.
people.
Yep, yep. So definitely go out there and support that. Now let's get into the
Yes.
next thing here. We're going to bounce around some things that you've really
Okay.
been very much passionate about, and by all means an advocate. And I want to start off with mental health. You're in a very pivotal time in your life, and I share some words of support and love. We don't want to get too deep into things here, but I told you a lot about making sure you take time for yourself, and I think you
Yeah.
received the words, and I think you've been practicing that because there's a lot
Yes.
in terms of like losing your best friend, losing your dad, and and
Yeah.
and
No, for
and
sure.
the world continues to revolve around you, and it's revolving faster all of a sudden.
Yeah.
In moments it
Yeah,
feels
for
like it's
sure.
completely stopped, which is like the scary thing about it, because it's like, all right, I'm good, and now it's just like isolation and whatnot. But what
Yeah.
I want to focus on is the fact that you've taken this life-changing event and decided to pour it back out to others. We've seen you
Yeah.
become one of the biggest advocates in mental health at such a young age. Already talking about
Yeah.
foundations, being available for your fans. And I mean, folks, and I've seen it, and I'm sure you got many stories. folks come up to you and says, hey, I just want to let you know, here's my story. Hey, I just want to know that you helped me. Here's my story. I want to let you know that my dad helped me. Here's my story. And you just constantly became available for these folks. And even seeing the things that you are even doing alongside of that with the charity, which just went
My
completely
light
nuts
just died,
online.
so my light just died, guys.
We
Is this
still
okay?
see you. Yes,
Okay,
you're still
sorry,
good.
sorry. Okay,
Yeah,
okay,
yeah,
good.
yeah. But the question here is, at at what point through this journey did you wake up and you decided that this was going to be a part of your life story, to give back in the means that you give back? Again, being an advocate for
Yeah.
mental health, being available for charity, which the charity thing I really want you to tap into, because I saw
Oh
that
yeah, for
all over
sure.
the internet. But
Yeah,
just,
for sure,
just at
bro.
what point, when you had all the rights in your blood, in your body, in your bones, in everything, to be selfish and says, I need time for myself, but you turned it around and gave to others. Talk to me about this mental switch that happened for you to be so available for
Yeah.
everything.
I like that question. Nobody's asked me that. I feel like I've been like this my whole life though. I've been through a lot of traumatic stuff since I've been young, and like I realize how it makes me feel making somebody else's day,
Yeah,
and like that's really like my motto. I feel like it sucks, but what's happened has already happened, and like I'm just tired of living in the past because I believe that's like Satan, the devil, whatever you want to call it, bad energy. But like I feel like I'm tired of like letting like my past rob me from like the present, and like that's what really just like changed. I was like, I'm not gonna let my life control me anymore. You only get one shot, that's it. You can let yesterday control you, but then you're not even focusing on today. Then you'll
yeah.
never really be present. And I feel like for me, like I'm working with my team to get like food drives for the holidays because I hate the holidays. I don't want to celebrate. My sister's death anniversary is October 21st, right before Halloween, and my dad's is not November 19th, and it will be like the first year, and I don't know what I'm gonna do on those days. But I just forgot what I was gonna talk about. Sorry, dude. I just get like so like my brain. It's
Take your
weird. It's
time.
actually called it's called trauma brain.
Mhm.
I look it up. Yeah, it's called trauma brain, dude. And like it's just where like you'll be talking and then it's like
Yeah.
yeah. But yeah. So like as far as mental health, I feel like a lot of people don't talk about it, and that's why even with my music, I have a song called Lost Boy, and yeah, I feel like it's about raising like men mental health awareness too. Like that's really big. I haven't really seen like a female talk about men's mental health because I feel like, you know, being like a man nowadays, like it's like, oh, you shouldn't have to feel emotions like da 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 da. And that's why it's just even worse.
Talk that talk. That ain't
Yeah,
nothing but the truth here.
I know. That's what I'm
Yeah, we
saying. So,
we're definitely raising a society where guys who show signs of emotions or struggles through mental health is considered weak, inferior, all these sorts of different degrading things, instead of just the resources that are built around for the struggles that we go through. And a lot of men are going through things. We've lost a lot of great people within the last couple of years, to be exact. And some of these folks that you could say, oh, they were so successful, they were so happy, and you can even go back to somebody like Robin
yeah.
Williams and say, oh, they made everybody laugh, but what were they going through internally, and where was the resources for that? So I
Well,
love that, and I appreciate that. And again, here you go, just making it about
exactly.
others. That's really really special.
Well,
Um,
yeah, and
th-
because I think it's about, sorry, I just want to say, I think it's
no,
about
go
like
do your thing.
I think it's about focusing within, and that's what I'm learning too. Like, if you're not good on the inside, nothing else matters, and it's about
Yeah,
grounding yourself and being around like positive energy and positive people, and like finding the things that you love because we elevate every day.
yeah,
And I think it's just about really like putting yourself first, and like,
yeah,
I don't know, just having boundaries in life and protecting your energy is very important because
yeah.
people are energy vampires, and sometimes you won't even know that it's your energy being drained and you're like, oh, my body hurts because you're not protecting yourself energetically.
Yeah, yeah. And really quickly, just to go back to the charity real quick, how did this get up? And this is obviously when, and this was just special. You putting on the Green Ranger suit, but just
Yeah.
to kind of start from the beginning to all the way to obviously executing this charity event with others as
Yeah.
well. Can you talk about how this process occurred? What did it mean to you? And just going through the ropes here from A to Z. Like, how
Yeah.
did this all get set up and so on?
Yeah, for sure. So, Diana, shout out to you. Oh my God, that's so weird. No, that's super weird because it's so okay. I have not had any notifications this whole time, and as soon as I said her name, she just literally sent me a DM on Instagram, and I have not got
Wow.
any notifications. That's really
Wow.
weird. That's super. I have not
Wow.
got any notifications. That was the first one. That's why you heard it like buzz, and it was her. That's super weird. But I was gonna say shout out to you, Diana. I know you can hear me, but shout out to you, Diana, because she was the one that actually got this whole thing together with working in Heroes and More, and it's a foundation that shout out to you, Dawn, because she's the mother of Gabe, and Gabe is sick, and he's so she started this foundation for to basically to have like people come dress up and just raise awareness and like raise money for stuff, and it's just been really like a blessing. And Gabe is super cool, man. Like we were talking and he's just really cool, and I was telling him like keep fighting, man, like keep being strong,
Yeah.
like you're a badass, so. And I actually go to San Antonio next weekend. I was supposed to leave LA, but now I'm still here. But I have to go next weekend to San Antonio, and I will be at Big Tech's Comic Con, and we're actually gonna be there with Heroes and More, and I'm gonna dress up and stuff. And I wanted to put on the suit, and I saw one person say something. They're like, "Oh, like something about like," because I said I haven't dressed up as my dad before, and they were like, "Yeah, you did whenever you were like 10 or something." But I never dressed up in the green, so I was like, "Green is iconic." I was like young, walking around with the Black Ranger suit, but like I
Yeah.
never put on the Green Ranger, so I was like, I wanted to be something meaningful because me and Diana were talking about taking pictures, and then she was like,
Yeah.
"Dude, I have this idea. Like, you should put this." And then we were putting it on, and as soon as because I never put that on before ever, and as soon as I
Yeah.
just saw like oh my gosh, just everything, like oh, I just cried, dude, to put on everything, and I was
Yeah.
like, wow. Because I had the ponytail
Yeah.
like my dad too, so it was cool. It was like it was everything
Yeah. Whole vibe.
for
Whoever
real.
that person was that tried to tell you when you dressed up is like hella
I know.
lame.
I just
Like,
wanted to make
really?
it clear. Yeah, whenever I was like 10, I'm just
Really?
saying. I know.
Yeah, and also pulled up with the green charger. I was like, okay.
I know. Hey, the Green Scat Pack 2023. Yep. I just wanted something because my dad like loved like his big Harleys and like his tattoos and like Tupac. So like, well, I wanted something that just made me feel like I had like a
Yeah.
Mercedes before. I was like, I love Mercedes, but I just want like a
Yeah.
fast
You need that
car, like
muscle.
yeah, that muscle, And I turn on the car, it's like all my neighbors hate me at
Yeah.
like 2 a.m. I'm like, I'm sorry, I'm busy, man. They hate me. They hate me. I'm like, oh my gosh. No, but it's a
Let me
blessing. I'm seriously blessed for that. But
Yeah, it's really dope. I was so moved by it. And again, I just think just from July in the last few months, just how much you have accomplished and just how much you're just going to
yeah,
continue to accomplish over your
thank
time
you.
because yeah, you're definitely special. I don't think I had the wherewithal like you did at the age. I think I was just still in full blown party mode and like, hey, let me just get out there and do what I'm going to do. And
I
and and
know.
and one may say like, oh, because her dad. No, everybody can make an impact. That's the important thing here.
Yeah,
Any and everybody
yeah,
can, just as much as you cannot. You
exactly.
can be like,
Yeah,
I'll just sit back and just bank off of this. Y'all know who I am. But the fact that
exactly.
you are out there and doing what you do is just special. And I think that goes into my next two questions. The first question is,
Yeah.
what does the color green mean to you?
The color green is everything now. Seriously, it's literally everything. I was even telling Ashley earlier, I was like, because me and her got our nails done today, and back to actually what you were saying about like, taking time to yourself. That's what I'm learning. I'm learning to tap into my
Self care.
feminine energy,
Hmm.
more too, because I was told I was too masculine. So I'm tapping into my feminine energy more. You know what I'm saying? Because no,
Yeah.
honestly, if you think about it though, my brain's been in survival mode my whole life. So like I've never sat back and like, feminine energy doesn't mean oh just like a female or like what I'm saying. It just means bro, take care of yourself. That's why I
Yep.
got my nails done. But anyways, back to what I was saying before is that I was telling her, sorry, ADHD, but I was telling her earlier today. I was like, I want to get like French tip on my toes, but green. And I was like, I'm the only person that can really have green toenails. You know, for real. No, green is
Yeah.
everything. Like, you just, everything, literally.
Yeah.
Like, I have green beats on, literally. Green
That's
car, green
awesome.
everything. But no, it's just like to honor him. I feel like you know? And it's so funny because I look at people in stores and I'm like, oh yeah, green's my favorite color. And then I look at
Yeah.
that and I'm like, if only they knew.
Yeah. Yeah.
You
It's
know?
to take a moment to fanboy a little bit here. It's interesting because I grew up with Mighty Morphin Power Rangers in its prime, so like I'm there
Yeah.
in the beginning, and this show has influenced myself, my childhood, my neighborhood friends, my time in elementary
Yeah.
school. I mean, I have a friend of mine that I would never forget was suspended for playing too hard on the playground, and he literally said, "Oh, because I'm a Power Ranger," and his mom
Oh
was not
my
rocking with that.
gosh.
Yeah,
Like no more Power Rangers for you, man.
his mom tried to call everybody's mom and says they can't be watching Power Rangers no more, but that wasn't rocking with my mom because I ain't had nothing to do with that. But like,
Yeah,
just
that's
going
funny.
through the journey, I remember seeing the movie in theaters, like just that, and it's
Crazy.
odd because when I think about Tommy, I think about the first moment the White Ranger was introduced, and I said, "Oh, there's nothing that's ever going to top this." And it's
For real.
incredibly odd that the White Power Ranger, I feel like is the most iconic, and
Yeah.
obviously plays so many. But the fact that the green one comes back around, supersedes that, but not only becomes the coolest, but like I feel like also became like a staple in like pop culture. Like the green itself just transcended so
I
much outside
know.
of Power Rangers that I could never imagine. I'm sure he probably pinched himself like thinking like, I can't believe of all the ones I've done, this
No,
one
for
right here,
real.
the evil one at that.
I know. Well, because if you think about it, it's just like, like Rita literally, like, I didn't even know the whole story behind Rangers, but actually one of my friends, actually boyfriend, told me about this.
Yeah,
But basically, like, you know how, like, because I didn't really know. I was, I mean, I'm not gonna watch my dad on TV, like, for real. Like, I don't know.
yeah,
It's
yeah,
just a
yeah,
little bit weird. That's my pops, I don't know. Like, I mean, it's
yeah, yeah,
cool you
yeah,
like do what you do, but that's just like work to me. But now that I'm getting
yeah.
older, like eventually when I'm healed, well, I feel like you're never really gonna be like healed 100% from losing somebody. But when
True.
I'm like
I was just about to
able to
tell you.
like able to like watch videos, I definitely want to go back and
Yeah,
watch that. But he was ponded like me, like from Rita for that. Like it's just crazy. Like the whole story, like
yeah,
it's so badass. Like who
yeah.
cannot love the Green Ranger? Like I mean, he's just the best Ranger of all times. Like that's just
Yeah.
literally
The
it.
the the lore is so much better. That's the thing. And yeah, whenever you tap into it, you're gonna realize like, yo, this first of all was never ever going to just exist in Saban
Yeah, no,
hands,
for real.
and it had to mature, and this is where we get these
Yeah.
different versions through his eyes. And also I just want to give a shout out to like the Black Dino Ranger. That was one of my favorites too. But
Oh yeah.
nonetheless here.
I was being born on that time. My parents were so freaking nasty. We were like literally walking in New Zealand. And they were like, "Look up there, that's where you were made." I was like, "Ugh," in New Zealand, literally in New Zealand. So, but it's kind of cool though, because I was literally like, my mom was pregnant. She got pregnant whenever he was filming Dino Thunder. But I'm just like, bro, I'm like a little kid. Shut up, bro. I'm like all plugging my ears and stuff. It was funny though. Like honestly, and one thing that I will say about my dad, he would always e-brake. Oh my god, it was so stupid. Like we were in different countries, bro, and he would e-brake, and like people like, oh, they would jump because he's like, eh. He just literally, and he would have fart bombs, and he would like drop them. So like, dude, he just literally like, my dad used to be so embarrassed now, but now I go back and I was like, I would do anything. Now I look back and I'm like, I would do anything, just to have
Yeah.
him embarrass me again. But it would annoy me when I was little, dude, with the e-brake. We're in like France, like, dude, you're not even like supposed to like what? Like these are like like we're in a whole different country, and he's like, like, dude, come on, no.
Oh man, man! I tell you, one day, you're going to publish a book, and it's going to have so many amazing stories
That's
that.
weird that you said that because I swear I've been working on a book. It's called Lost in Time.
Oh, oh, there's a
Yeah.
scoop.
Yeah, for real. I've been literally working on a book. I'm trying to do everything, dude. I'm trying to
Yeah,
start a podcast too. I want to start a podcast, and I'm
yeah,
doing YouTube and stuff. I want to do this
yeah,
video about, because you know how like daily habits, like it's actually like a really like, good like trend. There's a lot of views on it, but I want to
yeah,
do like because it reaches a lot of people. But I want to like reach people by doing like not even daily habit, but like just habits in general to cope
yeah,
with trauma and loss. Like what helps me, because I feel like there's not a
yeah.
lot of videos on that, and that can help a lot of people. you
Yeah,
know?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I look forward to it, man. Whatever you put out, man. I'm backing that. So you don't have to worry about that. So um let's get to something that I know is really, really special to you. You talk about all the things you want to do. Let's talk about the things you're doing right now. And we're gonna have to switch the hats. We're gonna let Jenna Frank chill for just a second here. We're gonna
Yeah.
tap into
I'm
this
gonna go
this
change
this
real quick. What's up? I'm Jay right now. I'm just playing. Brian, it's gonna be like Hannah Montana.
Okay.
No, I'm just joking. I'm just joking.
Yeah.
Hey, but no, for real, I feel like Jay Ray and Jenna are like it's the same person, but I feel like I don't know how to describe it. Like Jay Ray is
Yeah.
just like me and like my music and like it's just where I'm like most happy at. Like, you know, it's just like literally being so creative with music and being like a lyricalist. Like it's
Yeah.
just crazy. Like just the stuff that I talk about. Like even like a little verse is like I'm trapped in commotion, can't feel my emotions, feel like I'm drowning. You know, like I just like what?
Yeah.
Like commotion.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just honestly, bro, it makes me so happy even thinking about my music because like for me, I freestyle a lot of my things too. So it's so cool to see like what I can like channel and just like I
Yeah.
mean that's just I love it. I don't know. It's like my
Yeah.
thing.
I listen. I can brag here because I got to hear some up and coming and unreleased
Unreleased.
things, and it's
Yeah.
it's a vibe. And not only did I get to like hear it, but like to see you performing as well too, to see how passionate you are behind it. And I think it's a fair assessment for folks to respect you in two different genres here. Yes, you in pop culture, you're going to always have that stamp of becoming a daughter of the most iconic ranger and obviously a movie star, so an actor, and all those sorts of different things. But I think folks truly do have to respect the artist in you because
Yeah.
there's a couple of things I picked up from. One, I think that your sound, I can tell how your sound has been like groomed over going around working with different producers. You've obviously done some
Yeah.
time in Houston, which is really important,
For
big
sure.
place for music. Obviously living in
LA.
LA. Yeah,
Yeah.
so like I can tell the influence there. But I think the biggest thing, and you spoke a lot about the different life experiences you had, is you feel the experiences through the music. You feel the hurt in some
Yeah.
songs, you feel the passion for some song. One song, I mean, you feel like the hey, but essentially to me, it comes off like, hey, I'm turning the page, my life has to go on, I'm ready to do what I
Yeah.
do. Like this
Well,
sense of like revolt, like I'm back. I'm going to do what I'm going to do. And
yeah.
even the point where you took a break from music as well, too, I think plays a part
Yeah.
into this. So to give it to you, talk to me about how important music is to you and truly what's that battery pack that gets it going for you when you're in the studio, when you got the
Yeah.
pen to paper, and as you say, you freestyle some stuff as well too. So like
Yeah.
when those creative juices are flowing, talk to me about what's that motivational factor.
Well, I think it started even whenever I was really young. Like whenever, well, not like really young. I would say like 13 is when I started writing music. Like 14. Soon I was like a
Yeah.
teenager. But yeah, like mainly like whenever I was like in like a bad mood. Say if I was like mad or sad, like I would just go turn the page and just start writing. Back then I was writing a lot, but now that I've studied my sound and also I was explaining earlier too, the more you go through, like the more talent speaks, bro. Like the more you go
Yeah.
through, you're gonna want stuff harder. You know what I'm saying? And like,
Yeah.
so I have ADHD, man. There goes my freaking thought process again. No,
Yeah.
but like so yeah, music like so no, but it's funny because even like with my dad and mom, I would have them walk in my room literally
Hmm.
and I would throw on the beat and I would rap to them like literally all like the time. Like
Yeah.
seriously, literally all the time. And like it's just crazy to see how much I've evolved. Like listening to my old music so like a lot of my music that I have out right now, right? I was like really young. I was like 15. The only one that I wasn't was the song with my dad. But like I used to have pauses a lot in my music. Like I would like, hold a note too long. But now it's like I'm filling in everything. I'm able to kind of get more in, you know?
Yeah.
So I feel like I'm just studying my sound and stuff, but music really is like my everything. Like music is like my vulnerable side though. That's why I'm kind of scared to drop some stuff because it gets dark, dude. Like for real, it gets dark inside of my head, you know what I'm saying? Because I've just been through so much and that comes out on paper.
Yeah.
But like I want to be known for real stuff. I don't want to be known for like one hit wonder of like, you know what I'm saying, some hype stuff that's gonna be like in a
Yeah.
club or something. Like
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
don't want no, like I don't want to be known for that, you know. That's why
Yeah.
I appreciate my like deepness, you know. And I literally like I always like every time I show somebody a song, I always look at their body like language and like just like everything, their face, and I could just tell it just makes people think, and that's what I want to do because
Yeah.
I think a lot of the music we listen to is kind of just to get away from things, but sometimes you need to sit with like what's going on. And I feel like
Yeah.
this is like, you know, it's like one
Yeah.
of those songs, you know, just all my songs. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Hopefully she doesn't kill me, but I'm gonna say it. But shout out to Miss Tammy because in all due respect,
Oh
she's gonna have
yeah.
to be Miss Tammy. But nonetheless,
Miss Tammy.
yeah, I love how I love how she's such a fan of your music as well too, because it
I
was you
know.
performing, and then your mom's like, "Nah, I'm getting in there. I know the lyrics too," and I thought that
Yeah.
was so dope.
No,
So
for real. Dude, even it's funny, like my dad, it's sad, but like he had his playlist and it was like my dad was really gangster though. Like for real, like and you know, not like, oh I'm gonna go
oh, we
kill
know.
everybody. Like no, not like that. But I'm saying like he does not mess around. So like literally
Yeah.
all of his songs was like Tupac and like Eminem and like
Hmm.
Backstreet Boys and then it was like Heartless J Ray and then he would always send me it. It just went on shuffle. So he'll be listening to
Yeah.
it on his bike. He was such a fan of my music. Like my dad too, man. Like literally like it's he bought me all my beats. He was in the studio with me for a long time when I was like really young, like 15,
Yeah.
because I
Yeah.
couldn't even drive, you know. So he was there with me. But my mom,
Yeah.
shout out to my mom, for real. My mom
Yeah.
is so strong. She's
Yeah.
so strong, and I don't think people really, you know, she had to bury her daughter and then her husband, you know, and
Yeah.
it's crazy. I really like I feel for my mom. That's why I got her name tatted right here, and I got my
Hey.
dad's right here. For real, because my
Shout out
mom's
to mom.
left-handed. No, for real, because my mom's left-handed. She was a left-handed
Yeah.
picture, and my dad's my right hand. You know, like because he's my right hand. You know, so that was the
Hey,
logic
that's
behind
dope.
it.
That's dope.
Yeah, for
Yeah,
real.
shout out to mom. Shout out to moms. Much love to
Yeah,
her.
for
Um,
real.
let's get it wrap up because we talked about a lot, and
I know.
I for certainly
I
want
do
to do
got
this
somewhere
again.
to be. I do got somewhere to be, and I still gotta
Look
get
at you
ready.
making time for just little old me. Listen, let me
No.
wrap with two quick things real quick. Number one, since San Diego Comic Con, the bookings have been picking up. Appearances
Yes,
left and right. What is most
it
important right
is.
now is if you can let me know, number one, where can folks follow you? Where's some of the dates you have lined up as of right now
Okay.
for folks to come meet you?
Okay, so I actually just wrapped a Comic Con out here in Manhattan Beach, California, and my next stop is next weekend. So October 6th, I believe, October 6th to the 8th. It's Big
Yeah.
Tech's Comic Con San Diego, and then my next stop is Charlie Collectibles Show, and that is in Atlanta, Georgia, and Stone Oak or Stone Mountain, I believe.
Stone Mountain.
Atlanta,
Yep.
Georgia, and I have all this posted. Yeah, yeah, Stone Mountain. Okay,
Okay.
I'm getting it.
Yep.
Atlanta,
Yep. Yep.
and then I'm in Renton, Washington, and I will be at King Con. And then I'm at Rhode Island that very next weekend. So I'm booked every weekend in
Hey.
October, and then and then we're also working on getting Dallas together. So and Houston, because that's where I'm from. So everyone's been like,
Yeah.
"Where are you at, girl?" I'm like, "I'm sorry, I'm sorry." But yeah, so that's the ADHD, man. But what's it called? So yeah, so and I definitely will be posting everything on my Instagram, Jenna R Frank. So make sure to follow me there. I'll be posting some new TikTok videos. So basically, you can look me up just Jenna R Frank everywhere. But on
Yeah.
YouTube, it's Jenna Rae Frank. So
Yeah.
yes, but
Yeah.
I will be at all those places and more to come. And if you guys DM me your city, just let me know because I definitely want to, you know, get more shows booked to see you guys. So I just got to hit the road. That's just the best thing for me. It's just how I grieve, you know. And I'd rather
Yeah.
do it with people who actually like love my dad and like really supported him. And I feel the love. That's what I tell my friends. I don't know if I would be here without you guys, you know.
That's love. That's love. And
It is,
obviously,
man.
the music. When are you dropping?
Ooh, well, okay. So I just dropped the song "Make It," and this is all when I was 15. That's why I have to get my old stuff out there before I get my new stuff. But I was
Okay.
15
To see
whenever
the
I did this
growth.
the "Make It" one, yeah. So, but I'm gonna post a YouTube video for that, the music video, and then I am dropping "Can't Rain Forever" or "Forever." It's just "Forever," and that is new. So I'll be posting that I think within the next month for sure. I don't want to get an
Yeah.
exact date because I really gotta like work on getting everything together and just being mentally prepared for
Busy.
that. But just know that when it drops, like I'm gonna drop a whole EP and everyone's gonna be like, "Whoa, she can really do this," you know. I just,
Okay.
I have
Okay.
to one thing my dad taught me, you gotta sharpen your swords before the war, so then the war is ready and then you're good, so that's why I'm like, mental push-ups. Remember that. Don't take care of just your physical, you gotta take care of your mental push-ups, like straight up.
Hey.
Yes.
Hey, gems dropping the gems out here.
You
Um,
know. Got my
I'd
little
be
friend right
remiss.
here.
I'd be remiss if I didn't say that. Jenna Rae,
Oh shit.
Frank.
God bless her. Wait, you said what?
Jenna Rae, Frank. Yeah,
Gemma Ray
because you
Frank.
dropping those gems. Yeah, Jenna Rae, Frank.
I know, Gemma Ray Frank. No, for real. I met a person named Gemma one time. I was like, "What? Are you sure it's not Jenna like me, bro?" No, it's Gemma. I'm like, okay. For real. Hey, but I'm so glad I got to do this podcast. I do got to get
Yes,
out of here because I do got some stuff to do. But I'm really glad. I'm blessed that we got to be able to do this, and I'm really glad. I was gonna say
absolutely,
those two words
absolutely.
together, but it just didn't work. But yeah, I'm happy we did this, and I feel like it's so genuine with you, bro. And you know it's all love, man. Like you're like a
Hey,
brother to
it's
me. It's
100
family.
all day over here, man. It's 100 all
Hey,
day. Listen,
I
go
want to
do
go.
your thing.
Oh, I was gonna say I want to see that Saw movie. Was it good?
Oh yeah, yeah. He's like Saw movie. Yeah, go see Saw. I know that's not what you're going to see tonight, but go see Saw.
Okay,
Saw
man.
was
Yeah,
dope.
yeah. You're so stupid, bro.
Hey, Jenna. Let me leave off with one other thing, really, really quickly here, because I'd be remiss
Okay.
if I didn't ask. You just got your hands on the Legacy Morpher. This is
Mhm.
something the whole world is talking about. I just quickly want to, if you could just talk about the package itself, the detail on it. What was your thoughts and reactions to it?
So I was the first one that Hasbro actually sent it to. So I was like, wow. Like I was like, they wanted me to do a video and all of this stuff. So it has, I believe, all of his coins, and it's really cool because whenever you press the button, it like comes out like obviously how it does, but it has green all around it. So it's like green lightning and stuff. So
That's
it's pretty cool. It is. It's really amazing. I know my dad was really excited about this, so I'm glad that I got to actually like do it. So.
dope.
I'm blessed, and
Dope.
everything's falling together, and I thank God for it. For real.
Yes. Dope.
Everything just.
Dope.
Oh, also, I was gonna say earlier, I just have ADHD. I was gonna say, what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, life is not what happens to you; it's about what you do with it. So just remember that.
There
A
you
lot of
go.
people, a
There
lot
you
of people
go.
have a deep story. Just don't think you're the only one. So
There you go. There you go. Listen,
you
folks,
know.
two things to do for me right now. Number one, stay tuned because The Legend of the White Dragon is
Amen.
dropping first quarter 2024. You go check out
Yes.
Jenna Rae Frank as she is starring as Ashley Reed, which is going to be a movie the whole world is going to be
Amen.
talking about.
I'm
And
excited.
then in the description below, catch up with her on all social medias, keep up with her music, her appearances, other acts of charity that she will have going on. All that is in the description below. My sister, I appreciate your time so much.
My
We kicked it
brother,
for a
always,
whole
bro.
hour all
But hey, like
day.
honestly, like my nails look pretty good, dude. Because so basically like the dude who was doing my nails, he did it so bad. So like this other girl had to do it. But yeah, I just was doing a nail check real quick because I just gotta make sure. I haven't got my nails done in like a month. But no, seriously, thank you, bro. My brain's everywhere. But seriously,
Oh,
thank
man.
you, bro.
The
You
one
know.
and only, folks. The one and only.
Hey, one and only ADHD brain. Hey, but it's funny because one more thing, dude. Whenever I was like 10, my parents paid like $10,000 for me to go and like see what was wrong with me, and all they told me is I have a monkey brain. That's what they told me. No, they told me I have a monkey brain. No, swear to God, I have a monkey
Oh,
brain, and that my eye muscles don't move together. I don't know.
the
Anyways,
world
so
of
yeah,
mental health. The world of mental health science, man. What a
I
thing that
know.
we have just
Like
not gotten
monkey
any
brain. Like
progress
what?
in.
Yeah, I don't know. I was like 10, bro. My parents were so mad, dude. And they gave me this anxiety machine. Okay, anyway, sorry, y'all. For real. I love
Anywho,
you
yeah.
guys.
Yeah,
Yeah,
hey, it's been a pleasure, folks. Jump in the comments, show some love, follow on social media, and we'll be back. We got another interview and content coming to y'all very
for
soon.
sure.
Thank y'all for tuning in for this one.
Yeah.
Advocacy.